Mr. President, thank you. At the end of such a momentous event, the word thank you seems kind of inadequate. But for all the millions whose lives will be saved, for the communities where life will be transformed, thank you. So thank you, President Biden, for your outstanding...
That's embarrassing. I mean, come on. It's not as if we didn't see it coming. President Biden, 81 years old, has dropped out of the election race and has endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris to run in his place. Biden announced the news on Twitter, and here's what he said. My fellow Americans, over the past 3.5 years, we have made great progress as a nation. Today, America has the strongest economy in the world. We've made historic investments in rebuilding our nation, in lowering prescription drug costs for seniors, and expanding affordable health care to a record number of Americans. We've provided critically needed care to 1 million veterans exposed to toxic substances, passed the first gun safety law in 30 years, appointed the first African-American woman to the Supreme Court, and passed the most significant climate legislation in the history of the world. America has never been better positioned to lead than we are today. All right. I don't know how true this is, but let's carry on. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame a once-in-a-century pandemic and the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. We've protected and preserved our democracy, and we've revitalized and strengthened our alliance around the world. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president. Okay, here's where he addresses that he's stepping down. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve as your president, and while it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duty as president for the remainder of my term. All right, so he's definitely standing down. I will speak to the nation later this week in more detail about my decision. For now, let me express my deepest gratitude to all those who have worked so hard to see me re-elected. I want to thank Vice President Kamala Harris for being an extraordinary partner in all this work. And let me express my heartfelt appreciation to the American people for the faith and trust you have placed in me. I believe today what I always have, that there is nothing America can't do, and when we do it together, we just have to remember we are in the United States of America. He's obviously suffering from some kind of dementia. I don't know where he is in the spectrum, but it looks advanced. I'm sorry, but if you are on the left, I can't forgive you for giving this guy a pass for this long. There's been too many blunders, too many embarrassing moments for the Democratic Party to not do something about the problem. Joe Biden clearly needs medical help. The last thing he should be doing is running a country.
Chocolate chip.
Oh, yeah. What is your message to Republicans who are prepared to block the January 6th election?
After only 1 year in office.
Press conference. And he talked about the need for us to be able to have some kind of modus operandi where we dealt with making sure the Arctic was, in fact, a free zone.
It's dementia, guys. It's dementia. I mean, what can I say? That's what it is. I've seen it before. Trust me. Biden has passed the torch to Kamala Harris, a woman whose career and reputation is as bad as her chances of beating Trump, in my humble opinion. There's no way Kamala is beating Trump. Trump has just survived an assassination attempt, and he emerged out of that situation victorious, like a hero. The Democratic Party should just throw in the towel at this point. Here's what some American voters think of Kamala Harris.
It's a sad state of affairs, to be honest with you. Half of the country is one way, half of the other. It's just very sad.
I think I'm excited that he dropped out. I don't think she's the best pick either, though. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting.
I think it's an unfortunate time for our country that the president was forced to step back. I think he had no choice but to endorse Kamala during this period, though.
My reaction is I think we needed new candidates anyway. I think a change and a woman running is probably what we need right now.
I'm not surprised. Just watching interviews with him, it just seemed like he was, deteriorating. Not to say that he isn't a good president.
Not all the way coherent.
It just didn't seem like he should run again.
Sad that he decided not to run because he was a man with a good heart that cared about this country more than himself.
He's done an admirable job, but as I have had conversations with my wife and my family, I told her, I think the age factor was so overwhelming.
It was hard and it was harsh and it was painful. I can't imagine how painful for him and for his family. But the country, I think we needed this, and we can only be grateful.
We don't have much to choose from, left or right. That's just my personal opinion. So I don't think we'll be good with or without him. We have a long way to go.
Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the reaction. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace.